Hey, lovely people. Very beautiful morning, beautiful afternoon, and beautiful evening to every one of you. How are we all doing? I know we're doing all right. So, guys, if you're meeting me for the very first time, welcome to my channel. This channel is Learning Made Easy, especially if you're preparing for your Osce exam. So, please do it to like, do it to share, and do it to subscribe. All right, guys. So, in today's video, I want to ask you, how well do you know your Braden scale? How well can you solve some Braden risk assessment questions? In today's video, I'll be giving the scenario I gave to the channel members and they answered it, but I'll be giving the scenario here. I will allow you to do it yourself and I will come back and give you the answers. Without wasting time, let us dive directly into the video.
Brian Little.
All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. All right, so guys, before we dive into this Braden scale today, I'll give you the questions, I'll give you the time to solve it, and I'll come back and tell you the answers and why the answers are the answers. So I've done a couple of videos you might be interested in: A to E assessment of homeless patients, A to E assessment of fall and fracture patients, administration of suppository, and nutritional assessment. But these videos are just exclusive for channel members. So click on the join button to become a channel member and get access to this video. And as a channel member, when you ask a question, I have to reply you at all costs. All right, let us dive directly into the video. So this is the scenario. Look at your screen. Mavis is a 90 years old lady who has no sensory impairments. Her skin is rarely moist as she has a catheter in place which is not bypassing. Mavis has been confined to bed due to advanced frailty and dementia. Mavis has a history of several falls which inhibits her movements as she is very scared to make even slight changes in her body position because of fear of fall and fracture. Because of fear of fall and pain, she rarely eats a meal. According to her family, she has had poor oral intake in the last few days. This makes early care very demanding as it requires a lot of staff in moving her up the bed. Now, what is a Braden score? What is the most vulnerable area of pressure risks? What are the signs that may indicate pressure ulcer development? So, of course, we know Braden scale in your Osce exam is 8 minutes. Yes, around 8 minutes, and it's simple. That's why let how do you know? Don't worry, I'll give you some couple of minutes and then I'll come back and solve it. When I solve it, you will see it's simple. And I'll give you acronyms. Acronyms for vulnerable areas of pressure risks and acronyms for signs that may indicate pressure ulcers. Just sit back and watch. Get your pen and biro and answer the question on your screen. All right? Your time starts now, please. All right, guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Now, quickly, let us answer the questions. The first thing I want to say is let's read the scenario and answer the question. Welcome back, guys. Let's quickly answer the question. Time is fast spent. Now, the first thing we were told from our scenario that Mavis is a 90 years old lady who has no sensory impairment. Now, when you say no sensory impairment, you still don't want to be sure. You just want to check again. Asking is so you see that they started on another thing, they've gone to moisture. So that means no sensory impairment. The answer to number one is 4. For sensory perception, the answer is 4. Tick. Now, they said her skin is rarely moist as she has a catheter in place and which is not bypassing. That means her skin does not get wet. Somebody that has a catheter in place, the skin will not be moist now because she will not be peeing all the time. So they said her skin is rarely moist. Now look at moisture. The answer to moisture is 4. Rarely moist. Skin is usually dry. Linen only requires changing at routine intervals. Tick. Now, number 3, activity. Now, they said Mavis has been confined to bed due to advanced frailty and dementia. It's simple. For activity, the answer is 1, confined to bed. And for mobility, we were told here that Mavis has history of several falls which inhibit her movement as she is very scared to even make slight changes in her body position because of fear of fall and pain. We were told already she's very scared to even make any slight position because of it, and we were told that she's even confined to bed. So meaning for mobility, she is completely immobile. The answer is 1. Does not make even slight changes in body or extremity without assistance. Tick. Now, for nutrition, they said she rarely eats a meal. Now, this is where some of the channel members, because this scenario I posted it on channel members to try their hands, and I think one person said she take nutrition too. Now, see the secret. Now, they said she rarely eats a meal. According to her family, she has had poor appetite in the last few days. She rarely eats a meal. Now, very poor. Never eat a complete meal. Rarely eats more than 1/3 of any food offered. Now, what about probably inadequate? They said rarely eats a complete meal and generally eats about half of any food offered. So from what you can see, they say she rarely eats a meal. According to her family, she has had poor oral. She rarely eats. So she's not somebody that can eat half because they say she rarely. So the answer to that nutrition is number one, very poor. They said she makes this makes Ellie care very demanding as it requires a lot of staff in moving her up the bed. So for friction and share, the answer is 1, meaning that she requires moderate to maximum assistance in moving her up the bed. So the total score is 12. So what is our Braden score? Our Braden score is 12. Tick. Now the second question is, what is the most vulnerable area of pressure risks? What are the most vulnerable areas of pressure ulcers? So the acronym I use is BEST. What are the most vulnerable pressure areas? The acronym I use is BEST. B, number 1, back of the head. The second B, buttocks. E, ears. E, elbows. X, spine, sacrum, and shoulder. Then T, toes and temporary region of the head. Tick. So the acronym I use for vulnerable areas of pressure ulcer is BEST. B, for back of the head and buttocks. E, ears, elbows. S, spine, sacrum, shoulder. T, toes and temporary region of the head. Tick. Now, the next one is, what are the signs and symptoms of pressure ulcers? I use BLP as the acronym. B for blisters, number 1. L for localized edema. L for localized coolness. L for localized induration. L for localized heat. And P for persistent erythema. So, what are the vulnerable areas of pressure ulcer? BESTs. What are the signs and symptoms of pressure ulcers? I use BLP. B for blisters, L for localized edema, L for localized coolness, L for localized induration, L for localized heat, and P for persistent erythema. All right, guys, so I'm going to drop a link to my previous Braden risk assessment videos. Watch the video, try your hands on the Braden scale, and you'll be successful. Thanks for watching. Please share this video. Please like and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.